Today on the Cardinal Sports Network, we bring you boys varsity soccer as your Lawrence Cardinals take on the Steinert Spartans. In goal for Steinert today is Evan Sinclairis, while in goal for the Cardinals is Edwin Garcia. Cardinals start with possession of the ball, move it over to the far side of the field, and pass to center. Back over to the far side of the field. They'll drop it back. Cross it over toward the near side of the field. Move it over to the near sideline. Drop it back. And cross it to center. Cardinals working the ball around the field quite nicely. Pass to center. That pass gets out a little too far ahead, and Steinert's going to send it the other direction. That goes out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals. Temple setting up for the throw-in. Looking for someone to throw to. He'll send that one right up the line. And that's right to Steinert. Steinert moves the ball across to midfield. Now they'll send it across to the far side of the field and drop it all the way back to the goalie. Sinclairis sends it back out, and it's played forward, but picked off by the Cardinals. Cardinals on the far side of the field with the ball now. There's a cross. That one's going to be intercepted by Steinert. Now Steinert moving it up the middle. Steinert sends it forward, and that will go out of bounds. To bring up a goal kick for the Cardinals. Garcia setting up for the kick. And Garcia sends it down the field. Cardinals come up with it. Cardinals move it over toward the far side of the field, now back towards the middle. Drop it back. It's going to be picked off by Steinert. Recovered by the Cardinals, but taken away by Steinert. Now Steinert on the attack. They'll play it forward up the middle. Cardinals break up that play. And some fancy footwork there by Noyola to keep control of that one. Now Cardinals are going to cross it to the other side of the field. Working it back towards center. They'll drop it back. And big kick up the far sideline. That one's headed out of bounds by Steinert. It'll be a Cardinal throw-in. Cardinals put the ball back into play. Tipped away by Steinert, but recovered by the Cardinals. Now Cardinals on the near side of the field. Noyola plays it forward to Temple, but a little too far out in front of him. Cardinals recover the ball. And now Cardinals working up the far side of the field. That was going to be kicked out of bounds by Steinert. Cardinal throw in. I believe that was Ventura with the throw in. Now cross to Temple. Temple drops it back inside. That's going to be kicked away by Steinert. Lawrence recovers the ball. And that one's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw. Steinert passes up the near sideline. Steinert gets inside the 18. Here's a cross. And Garcia dives on it to put an end to that play. Garcia boots it out. It's headed back a little bit, but now Cardinals with the ball. Passed over to the far side of the field. Cardinals drop it back. They'll move it over towards the middle of the field. Trofimchuk with the cross. Down into the corner it goes. Nobody there, and that was going to roll across the end line for a Steinert goal kick. Sinclairis with a quick kick there, gets the ball on the move. Pass is picked off by the Cardinals. Cardinals send it over towards the far sideline, back into center again, and back out to the far side of the field. Now up the sideline it goes. Cardinals have to drop back and cross the ball. It's going to be out of bounds on Steinert. Temple will be doing the throw in. There's a throw. Now Steinert sends it up the middle. Steinert back on the attack. Heading in, shot on goal, and an easy one for Garcia. Garcia throws the ball out. That's going to be called out of bounds. It'll be a Steinert ball. There's a throw in for Steinert. Cardinals tried to get a hold of that one, but Steinert prevails. Now it's turned over as Cardinals kick it free. Going to be picked off by Steinert. Steinert moves it across the field. Steinert plays it up the middle, and that one's going to be an easy one for Garcia to get as he rushes out of the net to get a hold of it. And Garcia boots it out. Cardinals come up with the ball. And it's Cardinals on a breakaway. Shot on goal. That one's off the upper post. Second attempt goes over. Good sequence there by the Cardinals. Just failed to find the net. It's going to bring up a goal kick for Steinert. Steinert plays it over towards the far sideline. Now work up the side, back over to center. Now over towards the far side again. That one's going to be kicked down the line. Drop back, and that one gets out front, and it's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Cardinals for a Steinert throw-in. Steinert puts the ball back into play. Taken away by the Cardinals, who send it over towards the sideline. Kept in bounds. Good hustle there. Cardinals send it up the near sideline. And Sepulveda He's going to play it forward. No one there. That one's going to roll across the end line for a Steinert goal kick. Sinclairus setting up for the kick. He's telling all of his defenders to move forward. Apparently he's going to put some foot in this one. And there it goes. Cardinals come up with the ball. Going to be taken away by Steinert. Steinert on the near sideline with the ball. And it's a big shot in towards the Lawrence goal. Taken away by Lawrence. Lawrence will send it over to the far side of the field. Big kick up the middle. That one's headed away by Steinert. And headed right over to Sinclairus. Sinclairus weighing his options. He decides to go ahead and boot it. It's going to be Cardinals coming up with the ball. Sent over to the near sideline. And kicked out of bounds by Steinert. Cardinal throw in. Temple will take the throw. Now there's a throw in by Temple. Steinert gets a hold of the ball, but it's going to be declared a free kick for the Cardinals. Sepulveda, well, it looked like he was going to set up for the kick. Now, there's the free kick for Lawrence. And it'll be kicked out of bounds in the far corner for a Cardinal throw-in. Now Cardinals with the throw in. And a trip called against Steinert. It's going to be another free kick for Lawrence this time. Trofimchuk setting up for the free kick. Steinert building a wall. Scoring opportunity here for the Cardinals. There's the kick. And it's dived on by Sinclairus, who makes the save. Sinclairus rolls it over towards the sideline. Played forward by Steinert, but out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. It'll be a Spartans throw in. There's a throw down the line. Sent the other direction by the Cardinals. Tipped away, and it's Steinert back in control. Lawrence clears the ball. That's going to get all the way down to Sinclairus. He'll play it over towards the far sideline. Now Steinert working the ball forward. I'll send it much further down, and that shot on goal is deflected by the Cardinals, but it's going to bring up a corner kick for the Spartans. Looks like Tafro is going to take the corner kick. Ball's put into play. Steinert comes up with it. Big kick towards the goal by Steinert. No problem for Garcia. Garcia is going to roll it over toward the sideline. Ball's passed forward to Noyola. Noyola angles in towards the middle of the field. He'll pass it off to Skinner. Back and forth that goes, and it's Steinert coming away with the ball. Steinert crosses it toward the near side of the field. Lawrence right there to pick it up. That one's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by Lawrence. Steinert ball. Steinert with the throw in. They'll drop it back and move it over to the far side of the field. Now pass up the middle. They'll have to drop it back as the Cardinal defense is right there. Now pass over to the far side of the field. And that's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Cardinals. Steinert throw in. Steinert gets it through the defenders, but it's going to roll over the end line and bring up another goal kick for the Cardinals. Looks like Noyola will be taking the kick. There's the goal kick. Turned around by Steinert. And Garcia rushes out of the net to grab that one. Garcia boots that one out well past the midfield line. But Steinert back on the attack with it. Steinert plays it down the far sideline into the corner. There's a cross, and Garcia is able to handle that one as well. Garcia with the kick. Steinert plays the ball forward. It's rejected by the Cardinals. Finally, Steinert settles the ball down. It's going to be taken away by the Cardinals. Out of bounds on the Cardinals. Steinert throw in. There's the throw. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Cardinals. That's going to bring up another corner kick. Finally, one of the Spartans coming over to take the corner kick. Here's the kick. That was going to drop in front of the goal. And Garcia grabs that one. He'll roll it out to the defender. Cardinals working the far sideline with the ball, making good progress. That one's going to be taken away by the Spartans. Spartans will drop it back and play it across to the near side of the field. And back over to the far side of the field. That one gets away, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Cardinals. Cardinals with the throw-in. It's going to be returned by the Spartans. Spartan pass towards the center. Spartans with a chance. Shot on goal and stopped by Garcia, but he was unable to hold on to that one. Fortunately, a defender able to clear it for him. Cardinals moving the ball over toward the far side of the field. In fact, too far. Out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in for Steinert. Steinert drops it back. Now they'll send it forward. It's going to be picked off by the Cardinals. Cardinals drop it back. They'll move it over to center and play it over toward the near side of the field. Temple plays it off a Steinert player, out of bounds. Now Temple with the throw-in. Going to be kicked out of bounds for another Cardinal throw-in. Temple once more. There's a throw. And that one's going to be kicked out of bounds by Steinert as Lawrence progresses down the sideline. That was whistled to a stop. And now we'll have a throw in by Temple. Steinert sends it out of bounds once more for another throw in. Temple sends it down toward the corner. That was going to be kicked out of bounds. And I believe that's going to be a corner kick for Lawrence. Scoring opportunity for Lawrence now. Here's the corner kick. Popped up in the air. And that's going to be a penalty called against the Cardinals. It'll be a free kick for Steinert. Steinert moves it over to the far side of the field, now back to center. Kick is tipped away by the Cardinals, but recovered by Steinert. Across the center, and Cardinals are going to come up with it. Cardinals play it over to the far sideline. And that call goes against the Cardinals. It'll be a free kick for Steinert. Interesting there, as Sinclairis came way out of the goal to take the free kick. Breakaway by Steinert. Couldn't get the shot off. A second attempt deflected by the Cardinals and cleared. Steinert settles the ball down. They'll play it forward into center, and it's cleared by the Cardinals once more. Galiza with the ball, moving down the near sideline. That was going to be knocked out of bounds. Be a throw in for Steinert. Referee holding up the action momentarily while we have a couple substitutions. Now Steinert gets the go-ahead for the throw-in. Cardinals come away with the ball. Shot by Naum, and that was going to be stopped by Sinclairis. Sinclairis rolls the ball over toward the near sideline. Big kick up towards center, and Cardinals come away with it. Cardinals play it through. Shot on goal. Oh, very close to a goal right there. I believe that was Naum with the shot. It's going to be called a corner kick as Trofimchuk heads over there to take the corner kick. Trofimchuk with a shot on goal. And Cardinals unable to take advantage of that situation. Sinclair is setting up for another goal kick. Here's the goal kick. Going to be settled by Steinert. Cardinals take the ball away. Recovered by Steinert. Steinert back over to the far side of the field. And they'll play it forward. That one gets through the line of defenders. Cross is rejected by Cardinals. And Cardinals now working the ball back across the center line. Now keeps the ball in play. They'll drop it back. And it's Andy Garcia who pokes it through. Going to be picked up by Steinert, however. Steinert moves it over to the near sideline, but that one's out of bounds. It'll be a Cardinal throw-in. Trofimchuk hands it off to Temple for the throw-in. Temple with the throw. Now Temple sends it down the line to Trofimchuk. Trofimchuk drops it back to Sepulveda. And I think that's going to be an offsides call against the Cardinals. Sinclair is setting up for the kick. There's the kick. Cardinals clear the ball. Pass over to Trofimchuk. Trofimchuk launches it. Cardinals can't keep it in, and that's going to bring up another goal kick for Steinert. See Ethan DeLeon out on the field for the Cardinals, looking for an opportunity to give the Cardinals the lead. Sinclairis with a short kick. Now Steinert on the near sideline with the ball. They'll drop it back for a moment and now play it forward. Steinert sends it in towards the middle. Nothing happening there. They'll move it over to the far side. And that kick by Steinert is going to go over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for the Cardinals. Garcia setting up for the kick. And he'll send the ball well out away from the goal. Ball settled by Steinert, but kicked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Cardinals. Cardinal throw-in. Ball's taken away by Steinert. Shot on goal. That one's be a little high. Goal kick, Cardinals. Garcia setting up for the kick. There's the kick. That gets out past the mid line of the field, but it's brought right back by Steinert, who pass it up the middle. And it's a goal for Steinert. Steinert Spartans get the first goal of the game to take a 1-0 lead as Thomas Trefalsik finds the back of the net for his first goal of the game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Now the Cardinals will center the ball to get things going again. They'll drop it back, move it over to the far side of the field, playing it up the far sideline. It's going to be taken away by Steinert. Steinert with a big kick over towards the far sideline. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a Cardinal throw-in. Cardinals with the throw-in. Now Cardinals advancing on the far sideline. Ball taken away, but recovered by the Cardinals. Now Cardinals going up the middle. That's rejected by Steinert. Cardinals will drop it back. Play it over towards the far sideline again. They'll drop it back a little further and move it over towards the near side of the field. And now it's the Cardinals moving up the near sideline. They'll play it off toward the corner. Here's a cross. Into the far corner, shot on goal. And that one is grabbed by Sinclairis. Sinclairis throws the ball out. Now it's Steinert coming up the far side of the field. Big kick to send it up the field, and that one is rejected by the Cardinals, who launch it the other direction. But there's a whistle on the play. That's going to be a free kick for the Cardinals. Here's the kick. Cardinals settle the ball. And that's going to be turned over to Steinert. Steinert playing it up the far sideline. Big kick up to the line. And that one just bounces over where Garcia can grab it. Garcia boots it out. Cardinals with the ball. Pass to the far side there. A little contact. And it's going to be picked up by Sinclairis.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Now Sinclairis going to boot it out. Headed the other way by the Cardinals. Cardinals settle the ball. And they'll try to advance it on the far side of the field. Heavy defense there. They'll drop it back instead. And now play it over towards the center of the field. Action continues towards the near side of the field. And Josh Temple coming up the near sideline with it. That pass is picked off by Steinert. Temple once more on the near sideline. He's overwhelmed 2-1 there and prevails. But there's going to be a whistle on the play. It's going to be a free kick for Steinert. Steinert with the kick. And Cardinals move the ball away from the goal area. Cardinals on the far sideline with the ball. That one's tipped out of bounds by Steinert. Cardinal throw in. Referee says not so quick. And now it's going to be a Cardinal throw in. Cardinals facing heavy opposition there, so they'll drop it back. But it's going to roll out of bounds. That'll be a throw-in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw-in. Steinert moving in towards the Lawrence goal. Shot on goal, and it's another goal for Steinert. Anthony Durling finds the back of the net to give Steinert a 2-0 lead over your Lawrence Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Cardinals will be centering the ball to resume play. They'll drop it back. And now playing it over a little bit to the left. And further towards the sideline. That's going to be taken away by Steinert. Steinert moves the action over towards the middle of the field. Cardinals now bringing the ball up the far side of the field. Ball's taken away by Steinert. Now Steinert moving it down the far sideline. Wait for some reinforcements. And it's going to be taken away by the Cardinals. Cardinals send the ball up the field. And further up the field. Steinert gets to it first. And it's going to be cleared by Sinclairis. Steinert with the ball. He'll play it over to the far sideline. Now advancing it into the corner. And an offside call against Steinert. It's going to be free kick for Lawrence. Garcia heads over to take the kick. And he'll send it over towards the near side of the field. Temple plays it forward. Kicked out of bounds by Steinert. Cardinal throw in. Cardinals throw it down into the corner. And there's the buzzer for the end of the first half. So after 40 minutes of play, it's Steinert Spartans with 2, Lawrence Cardinals with 0. Stay tuned for the second half of this boys varsity soccer game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
For those of you just tuning in, you're watching boys varsity soccer today as your Lawrence Cardinals are taking on the Steinert Spartans. Steinert puts the ball into play to start the second half. Spartans currently leading 2-0. Plenty of time for the Cardinals to catch back up. Now Cardinals pick off that pass. It's going to be taken away by Steinert. Steinert plays it over towards the middle. And now they move it over towards the near side of the field. They'll drop it all the way back to Sinclairis, who drives it up the middle. Cardinals get a foot on it, but it's recovered by Steinert. Big kick by Steinert to put it up towards the Lawrence goal. Trefomchuk brings it away, passes it off to Ventura. Now Steinert plays it over towards the far side of the field. Big kick up the sideline. And that was going to be cleared by the Cardinals out towards the sideline. Sent right back in by Steinert. Cardinals once again get it away from the goal. And now Cardinals with a drive up the middle. They'll pass it back over towards the far side of the field. And drop it back. That one's going to be sent the other direction by Steinert. Steinert sends it up the far sideline. A little pushing going on there, but nothing the referee thought was out of line. Crossed by Steinert. And that one actually ricocheted off the referee's shins before going out of bounds. It's going to be a free kick for the Cardinals. And a big kick it is out to midfield. Steinert sends the ball the other direction. Header by Lawrence. And Cardinals bring the ball down, but Steinert with the numbers will take it away. Cardinals recover the ball. Sent over towards the near sideline. And Trefomchuk looking for a way through with it. Finds some help in the middle. And Cardinals send it over to the far side of the field. Now shot in towards the goals, headed away. And cleared by Steinert. Cardinals settle the ball. And they'll play it back to Garcia. Garcia sends it over to the far side of the field. Cardinals play it up the line. That was going to be kicked out of bounds by Steinert. Throw in for the Cardinals. And there's the Cardinal throw in. Headed out of bounds once more by Steinert. Another throw in for the Cardinals. And that one's headed way up in the air. Brought down by the Cardinals, and it's the Cardinals on the drive into the corner. Wow, nice save there to keep it in bounds. And that pass is picked off by Steinert. Cardinals send it the other direction, but that was going to sail out of bounds. Steinert throw in. There's the throw. That one gets quite a bit of distance. Steinert settles it right at the end line. They'll send it out to the far sideline. And Cardinals will clear that one. Ball heads over towards the near sideline. Trofimchuk once more with the ball on the near sideline. Gets past a couple of defenders. He'll play it across the field. Skinner now with the ball. He'll send it back to Trofimchuk. He sends it over to Ventura. Ventura played it forward to Naum, but offside's called against the Cardinals. That's going to be a free kick for Steinert. There's the kick. Steinert working it up the near sideline. Now they'll send it across to midfield. Cardinals take the ball away. And it's Skinner breaking through several defenders before getting fouled. That will be free kick for the Cardinals. Majcut setting up for the kick. And a big kick it is. Drops right at the edge of the 18. Unfortunately, it's Sinclairis who grabs it before the Cardinals can put it in the net. Sinclairis boots it out. Cardinals send it the other direction. It drops in around midfield. And it's the Cardinals coming away with the ball. Now, Trofimchuk in the corner, shot on goal, and a diving save there by Sinclairis to keep that one out of the net, but that will bring up a corner kick for the Cardinals. Trofimchuk setting up for the corner kick. There's the kick. That one heads across the end line after being headed. It will be a goal kick for Steinert. Sinclair is setting up for the kick. There's a kick. Over to the far side of the field. Now Steinert angling in towards the Lawrence goal. They'll cross it over.
Oh, good shot.
And low fastball shot in there. Diving save by Garcia, and he will send the ball out to midfield. Now Steinert on the far side of the field with the ball. That was going to be kicked over the end line for a Lawrence goal kick. Garcia didn't waste any time launching that one out, and referee says not so fast. We'll try that one again. Now, kick by Garcia. Cardinals come up with it. It's going to head over towards the sideline. Trefimchuk keeps it in bounds. Tripping call. That'll go against Steinert for a Cardinal free kick. Cardinals put it into play. That drive up the middle, stopped by Steinert. And call against the Cardinals. That'll be a free kick for Steinert. David Ludian setting up for the kick. There's the kick. Headed over towards the sideline, but Cardinals come up with it, sent up the sideline. Now it's turned over to Steinert, who play it all the way back to Sinclairis. Sinclairis moves it over to the near side of the field. Cardinals let it go out of bounds for a Cardinal throw-in. Ventura waiting for the go-ahead from the referee as we have several substitutions taking place. Now Ventura with the throw-in. That one goes right to Steinert. Steinert on the near sideline. Unopposed so far. That was going to be kicked away by Majcut. It's going to be Steinert ball. Nick Vernon headed over to the side for the corner kick. There's the kick. And it's kicked right out of bounds by Steinert. That'll bring up kicked out by Lawrence. That's going to be another corner kick. Nick Vernon once more setting up for the kick. That one drops in after the goal. And it's another goal for Steinert. David Ludian with an excellent headshot gets it into the net to give the Spartans a 3-0 lead over your Lawrence Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Cardinals will be centering the ball to resume the play. Cardinals drop it back and move it over towards the near side of the field. Ventura sends it in towards center. It's crossed over to the far side of the field. Now Cardinals advancing. They'll cross it over to midfield. And that pass rolls right to Steinert. Steinert's pass blocked by Cardinals. And Trefimchuk comes away with it. He'll pass it up the middle. Cardinals drop it back. Jezkowski sends it all the way over to McGann on the far side of the field. McGann with a big kick in towards the goal. And an easy catch there for Sinclairis. Sinclairis boots it out. Sent the other direction by the Cardinals. That pass is picked off by Steinert. Now it's Spartans on the charge, working up the near sideline. That one rolls out of bounds. It'll be a Cardinal throw-in. Ventura with the throw-in. Big kick for the Cardinals. Returned immediately by Steinert. A little struggle for possession there. Steinert will drop it back. Now moving it over to the near sideline. It's tipped away by the Cardinals, but recovered by Steinert. Steinert back over to the near sideline. Pass it through into the corner. Now they'll drop it back and look for another way in. Taken away by the Cardinals. And Cardinals will clear it up the middle. Returned immediately by Steinert. Ball tipped away by Ventura. Rolls across the end line. I think Ventura thought that it was going to be his ball, but it's going to be a corner kick for Steinert. There's the kick. Another header towards the goal. This time that one's blocked by Garcia. Cardinals clear the ball. It's going to be settled by Steinert. And that one's going to roll across the end line for a Cardinal goal kick. Garcia with a short kick there. Sent over to the far sideline. Drop it back, and now big kick up the field for the Cardinals. It's going to be headed out of bounds by Steinert for a Cardinal throw-in. There's the throw already. Steinert plays it back to Sinclairis, who kicks it right back over to the far sideline. Ball popped up in the air by the Cardinals. Header over towards the far sideline. Now Cardinals settle the ball. They'll center it. And played over to the near sideline. Ventura unopposed so far. They'll pass it over to Trofimchuk. Trofimchuk with a shot towards the goal. Right into the arms of Sinclairis. Sinclairis boots it out. It's going to be Steinert with the cross, but that one goes over the end line for a Cardinal goal kick. Referee says it was the last touch by the Cardinals. That's going to be a corner kick for Steinert. Nick Vernon setting up for the corner kick. Now here's the kick. That one goes past everyone. And it's going to be cleared by the Cardinals over towards the far side of the field. Cardinals on a drive up the side is going to be kicked out of bounds by Steinert to break up the momentum. And it'll be a Cardinals throw in. There's the throw in. And the ball's going to be cleared up the middle by Steinert. Cardinals play it over to the near sideline. Ventura passes it to Naum. Over to Trofimchuk, who's overwhelmed by the defense. And now it's Steinert going on the attack. Steinert in the center. They'll move it over a little further. Drop things back and reset. Steinert on the far sideline. Big kick towards the Lawrence goal. And that was going to be cleared. I believe that's going to be a holding penalty against Steinert. Cardinals put the ball in play. Now working it up the near sideline. And Cardinals on a breakaway. Noyola gets past several defenders, heads in towards the goal. Shot on goal, and it's in. It's a goal for the Cardinals as Philippe Noyola breaks the ice for the first goal for the Cardinals this game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
"20 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Still plenty of time for Cardinals to score 3 more goals to take the win. But it's going to be Steinert with the ball to resume play. Steinert moves the ball over to the near side of the field. They'll drop it back and play it over towards center. Back over towards the near sideline. And big kick down towards the goal. That one's going to be off to one side and over the end line for a Cardinal goal kick. Garcia plays that one over to the fullback, who sends it over to the far sideline. Cardinals will drop it back and launch it down the field. That was hit the other direction by Steinert. Steinert moved it over towards the near sideline. That was going to be kicked out of bounds for a Steinert throw-in. Jake Barish with the throw-in. Now he'll cross it to center, and Steinert will play it over to the far side of the field. Steinert working it in towards center. Shot is deflected. Second attempt also deflected. Steinert recovers the ball. Third attempt deflected. And that's going to be a handball call against the Cardinals. That's going to send Anthony Durling to the penalty line, taking a penalty kick for the Cardinals. Quite a challenge for Garcia. At this range, he has to decide ahead of time which way he's going to jump in order to block the shot. If he guesses right, he's a hero. If not, Steinert will score. Waiting for the go-ahead from the referee, and there it is. Durling with the shot. And it's another goal for Steinert as Durling puts it in the right corner as Garcia jumps the other way.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Now Cardinals will have the ball to put back into play. They'll drop it back and drop it back some more. Schubert sends it over to the far side of the field. Actually popped way up in the air. And it's going to be taken away by Steinert. Steinert heading in towards the goal. There's a shot, and that one's going to go very wide. That was tipped out by Cardinals, or deflected by the Cardinals for another corner kick. Here's the kick. That was going to be punched out by Garcia. Cardinals settle the ball. And that kick gets past a couple defenders. Steinert's going to play it all the way back to Sinclairis, who boots it up the middle. It's going to be taken away by the Cardinals. Sepulveda plays it over to the far side of the field. And it's Cardinals heading down the far sideline. That pass picked off by Steinert. Cardinals send it right back the other direction. That pass goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Steinert. There's the throw. Steinert over towards the near side of the field. Shot on goal, and that one's deflected by Garcia. Now cleared by the Cardinals. Steinert's going to settle the ball. Play it up the far sideline. Just barely kept that one in bounds. Now Steinert working it forward, angling in towards the goal. Cleared by the Cardinals. And it's going to be a throw-in for the Cardinals. We'll hold things up a moment for substitutions. I believe that's Caruso over there getting ready for the throw-in. Caruso throws it back. And it's going to be launched up the field. Steinert sends it the other direction. They'll settle the ball and play it over towards the near side of the field. Now kick down the sidelines. It's going to be kicked out of bounds by the Cardinals, breaking up the play. Throw in for Steinert. Steinert with the throw in. This time it's going to be a Cardinal throw in. Kicked out of bounds once more by Steinert for another Cardinal throw in. Ventura with the throw. That's going to be picked off by Steinert. Shot on goal. And that's an easy one for Garcia. Garcia boots it back out. Ball's taken away by Steinert. Now Steinert plays it over towards the near corner. That one's going to go out of bounds and bring up a throw in for the Cardinals. There's the throw. Steinert comes away with it. They'll play it back over towards the corner. Cardinal throw in. Now, Cardinals in near corner. They'll play it over into the 18. That was a little risky, but Cardinals get away with it. And they'll move the action over to the far side of the field. Now, Cardinals working it up the far sideline. Going to be kicked out of bounds for a Cardinal throw-in. And another Cardinal throw-in. This time it'll be a Steinert throw-in. Cardinals come up with the ball. Kicked away by Steinert. Steinert moves it over to center. And now they'll play it over towards the near sideline. Steinert headed down into the corner. Finally, Cardinals will be able to clear that one. But it rolls across the sideline for a Steinert throw-in. There's the throw. Pass into center, now back over toward the corner. Schubert breaks up that play and clears it. Steinert settles the ball. Now Steinert, big kick towards the goal. Right into the waiting arms of Garcia. Garcia boots it out. Cardinals with the ball on the far side of the field. Now they'll move it up the sideline and drop it back. That pass goes right to Steinert. Steinert now on a drive up the middle. And there's going to be a call on that one against the Cardinals. Free kick for Steinert. Morris Elliott with the kick. And that one will just roll right across the end line. Could be a goal kick for Lawrence. Garcia setting up for the kick. It'll be a short kick over towards the far side of the field. Big kick up the field for the Cardinals. And Cardinals are going to come away with the ball on this one. Going to drop it back a little bit. And cross it to center. That pass is picked off by Steinert. Steinert working the far side of the field now. Pass up the line into the corner and back over to the sideline. Steinert's going to drop that one way back. Popped up in the air by the Cardinals. And cleared by the Cardinals. Now it's Steinert back on the attack. Here's a cross. Cardinals repel that attack. Ball's going to roll across the sideline for a Steinert throw-in. Steinert with the throw. And drop it back for a moment and pass it up the near sideline. It's going to be sent the other direction by the Cardinals, but settled by Steinert once more. Steinert with a shot, and it's another goal for Steinert. Anthony Durling gets another goal to make it a 5-1 game.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTBS TV.
Cardinals will be centering the ball, put it back into play. They drop it back.
Good stuff, Ryan.
And referee says try that again. There we go. Now Cardinals move it over to the near side of the field. Andy Garcia sends it over towards the middle. And he'll try that again. That pass is deflected, but Cardinals come up with the ball. Aiden McGann with some fancy footwork there. Now we see Krish Iyer. A couple new players out there on the field for the Cardinals. But it's going to be Steinert on the attack. Into the near corner. Cross. That's popped out by Garcia and cleared by the Cardinals. Steinert maintains possession. They'll drop it back and now send it over to the far side of the field. Steinert with a big kick over towards the near side of the field. Cardinals get there first. That's going to be sent over to center. Steinert drops it back. And now they'll move it over to the far side of the field. That one goes out of bounds. Be a Cardinal throw-in. Referee disagrees. It looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Steinert. Steinert puts the ball into play. They'll move it back over to the far side of the field. Steinert drops it way back. Sinclairis plays it over to the near side of the field. Back to center. Cardinals are going to take that one away. Cardinals drop it back, and they'll play it all the way back to Garcia. Garcia kicks it out. Cardinals settle the ball. They'll play it over to center. It's taken away by Steinert. Steinert once more on the attack, and Garcia comes out of the net to grab that one. Garcia boots it out. Now Cardinals at midfield with the ball. Pass it through. Drop it back once more. In fact, that one ends up in Steinert's possession. Steinert on the far side of the field with the ball. Pace of the game slowed down quite a bit. Now Cardinals with the steal. That was turned right back over to Steinert. Cardinals kick the ball out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for Steinert. Ethan Tix is going to be doing the throw for Steinert. Cardinals come away with it. And that's going to be a tripping call against Steinert. Bring up a free kick for the Cardinals.
You're watching the Cardinal Sports Network here on LTPS TV.
Majcut setting up for the kick. Majcut launches it down the far sideline. It's headed the other direction, out of bounds by Steinert for a Cardinal throw-in. There's the throw. That was going to be out of bounds on the Cardinals for a Steinert throw-in. There's the throw. Steinert plays it up the far side of the field. Going to be kicked out of bounds by the Cardinals. It'll bring up a throw-in for Steinert. As we approach the 2-minute mark. There's a throw for Steinert. Lawrence challenging. Steinert will drop it back. And drop it back further. Now a crossover towards the middle. It's going to be cleared by the Cardinals. Settled by Ramirez. Now Cardinals on the attack. That's going to be rejected by Steinert. Cardinals recover the ball. Ayer drops it back to Garcia. Andy Garcia, that is. Now Cardinals are going to drop it way back. Play it over toward the far side of the field. And a pass towards the far sideline. They'll drop it back once more. And kick forward on the sideline. That's going to be settled down by Steinert, who launch it the other direction. Cardinals send it right back. Struggle for possession there. Cardinals come away with it. Cardinals poke it over toward the near side of the field. Now it's McGann driving it down into the corner. That was going to be cleared by Steinert. Stopped by the Cardinals. And now it's Steinert going on the attack. Cardinals break up the play. Steinert recovers the ball. And there's the buzzer for the end of the game. So after 80 minutes of play, it's the Steinert Spartans 5, Lawrence Cardinals 1. Thank you all for watching today, and be sure to tune in again next time for more exciting Cardinal sports action on LTPS TV.